Hi, I'm Jim Rotundo with R12 Media, and I'm here at Music Square in Oneonta with the band Into Shadow. Now, Into Shadow is Juan Cantelli on guitars, Tyler Logan on drums, Russ Kanzer on bass, Max Sheldon on lead vocals, and John Romero is the other guitar player. Now, you guys are pretty much new on the scene. How'd the band come about?
We actually, both Max, Tyler, and I, in different bands, were playing right in town at the Oneonta Theater, where we ended up having our CD release party. And it was just through a mutual friend that said, hey, you and Max should get together and write some songs. So we got together a couple of times and threw some ideas together, and really within just a couple of sessions, we had the music for probably about 3 albums worth of stuff. So we just sort of, weeded it down to the ones that we seemed to be happiest with, and it worked out perfectly because Tyler actually moved back to the area from California, and we just kind of went for it, recorded the album, and here we are. So.
Okay, now out of all that writing and recording came Unknown Darkness, which is the first album by Into Shadow. Now, I gave it a listen, and it's a very, very solid, hard rockin', heavy metal, rockin', really hard to put it into any kind of one genre of music, but it's very professionally produced. How was the recording process for the album?
Tedious. We did it ourselves. I ended up engineering everything but the drums. We had a friend of ours, Joel DeGarmo, engineered the drums with Tyler over at the Oneonta Theater in the upstairs. It's just a great sounding room. And we did it between my place and Max's place. And
mostly in a bedroom.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Technology is a perfect place to.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's it was not a whole lot of really studio time other than probably 6 or 7 days when we mixed the thing. So it's just kind of did it ourselves. Did pre-production and the recording all at the same time, and this is what ended up coming out of it.
Like I said, very, very solid. Now, your first show was a sold-out affair at the Oneonta Theater. How'd it feel to get out there and see the fruits of your labor?
It was refreshing and relieving. We were proud of our product, and we were glad it was a successful night. All our family and friends and people we didn't know, and that was big for us. And it was a great night. The crowd was wonderful, and we had a blast.
Unexpected. Yeah. To be as good as it was. Great time.
Yeah, we were all sort of together before the show started, and because it had taken us so long to put the record out, and it was so much time, and that people, I think I had kind of gotten the fear that people just sort of stopped caring, and
we talked about it for a while.
Yeah, it really did. And then so we went into the show just kind of as more of a celebration of the fact that we put the record out, and then to see that many people showed up was pretty awesome. I never expected to have it sell out, so that was pretty cool.
Very thankful for that.
Yeah.
The first single off the disc was Wander, and also you did your first video for that. What made you choose that song for the first single?
It seemed to have kind of a little bit of everything that we had on the album. There's some pretty heavy stuff. There's some really mellow stuff. There's some acoustic stuff. So to kind of give a taste of what the band is really about, and it's had some pretty catchy melodies and stuff. So it just seemed like if we were going to showcase what we did, that seemed like a pretty good, includes everything. So it's what we kind of picked.
So what's on the horizon for you guys?
We're booking for the end of the summer and early fall. We're working with Jim Ansel. He's done a lot of great artwork for bigger bands. Seven Dust, one of my favorite bands, and he's worked with them. Did their last 2 albums, so he's doing some logo work. We're looking at putting out a second single, which we're going to kind of sift through the album and figure out what's going to be a solid next one, and probably begin shooting another video on that here pretty soon.
For the most part with this band, we've tried to always have enough things in the works. It seemed like it was going on forever before anything happened, and we just started laying things out one after the other. So we do have some cool things up our sleeves. So we're on Facebook if anyone wants to check it out, and we should be really within the next couple of weeks unveiling some of the other weird sorcery that we're hopefully to be putting out soon. So yeah, should be fun.
You were talking about your booking shows coming up. What kind of bands are you looking to play with?
I think the nice thing about the way the record worked out is there's enough stuff that, if we were going to play with a really heavy band, we could hold our own. If we were going to play one that was kind of a lighter band, we have enough stuff in the CD to do that. So that was a pretty conscious thing when we were writing the album too, to just have a little bit of everything, and that, maybe be a guilty pleasure too. Someone that doesn't really like heavy stuff, might enjoy it, or maybe somebody that really likes really heavy stuff but is a sucker for melodies, might not feel too embarrassed listening to us either. So we've got some shows in the works coming up, and it will be with a varied group of bands. So we'll see how it all plays out.
Yeah, we want to play. We want to get out there and play shows. I think we're all kind of chomping at the bit to just get out and just present this thing. So
probably wouldn't kill us to sell some more stuff.
Yeah. It's been a lot of playing Captain Spacebar and doing the record, and it's, you know, it kind of feels like for a lot of it we're staring at computer screens, you know. So it's time to just go out and have some fun and play some music. So we're ready.
We're excited to see where we fit into things. I don't think we really know where our place is on that. A lot of the response to the record has been like, it's got this old sound to it, but there's definitely something fresh there, which I think was consciously what we really wanted to go for. We're all big fans of like old school metal. We were like, this is a rock record, and then everybody hears it and they're like, it's definitely a metal record. So I think we're kind of accepting that.
But it's both.
Yeah, you're right.
There's a definite heaviness to the album, but I think Max's vocals kind of soften that up in a way that makes it more listenable to a wider range of people.
Yeah.
Right.
And I know that's, you know, one of the things that grabbed me right off the bat were the vocals. And as I listened to it, you know, you hear the guitar riffs and the drums and everything else, and it, you know, it's definitely well put together.
I've heard this. I don't know if you guys have, but like when you put track 1 in and you hear how it drops in, I think a lot of people are like, oh boy, like what are we getting into right now? It's a pretty heavy track. And then by the time the chorus hits, I mean, it's pretty smoothed out, and the rest of the album follows suit. So hopefully we can continue, you know, what we're doing and have fun with it. That's the biggest thing for us.
So now, if people are out there surfing on the internet, where can they find out about Into Shadow and listen to you guys?
We're on Facebook. We're on Spotify. We're on iTunes. We're on Amazon.com. We're on Walmart.com. You can look up our video on YouTube. It's just Into Shadow, and the singles Wander. Just www.intoshadowband.com.
Okay, now I've listened to the CD and I went to the show, and let me tell you, do not want to miss these guys when you're in your area. Into Shadow.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
Thanks.